SP Movie Recap presenting Pirates of the Caribbean Part 2. This story follows the first part, where it is shown that on the day of the wedding of Bill and Elizabeth, Lord Cutler, the chairman of East India, arrives there and arrests Elizabeth and Will because they helped Jack Sparrow escape. He also had a warrant to arrest James because he hadn't done his job well, but James jumped into the sea and already arrived to catch Jack Sparrow and also resigned from his job. Now Will and Elizabeth will be punished to death for their sins. But Cutler calls Will next day and made a deal with him. Cutler said that Jack Sparrow has a compass that he always carries with him. Bring it to me. In return, I will pardon the sentence of you and Elizabeth. Will says goodbye to Elizabeth and leaves. Now Jack Sparrow is shown, who brought a piece of cloth from unknown island on his ship Black Pearl, on which a key was printed. He tells his companions that with this key a box will open, in which there will definitely be some valuables. We have to find that key first. But here it is clear from his point that he is fooling his companies. He knows everything about that key, and that Jack is looking at his compass at night, which is not working properly. That's why he goes under the ship. There comes the Bootstrap Turner, who is Will's father, and he is still alive. 13 years ago, Bootstrap Turner used to work only under Jack Sparrow. When Jack Sparrow was the captain, the ship Black Pearl, Bootstrap Turner says, "Our ship sank deep under the sea long ago, and then you made a deal with a sea monster named Davy Jones. If you bring that ship upstairs, you will be the captain of the Black Pearl for 13 years, and then you will work for him on his ship, and now your 13 years are finished. If you don't accept the slavery of Davy Jones, then he will send biggest monster of sea, whose name is Kraken, and he will sink you and Black Pearl into the sea." Bootstrap also made a deal with Davy Jones to save his life, and he also a slave of him. He grabs Jack's hand and makes a black mark on his hand. Davy Jones will always know his location, and sea monster Kraken can attack him anytime soon. Bootstrap disappears from here. Jack was scared after knowing this. Jack says to his companions to take the ship somewhere else. Then the Barbossa's monkey, who was still in the ship, steals the hat and throws it into the sea later. This hat, other sailors finds this hat, and when someone else wears it, Davy Jones' sea monster sinks the ship called the Kraken. On the other hand, on the Port Royal, the father of Elizabeth was helping Elizabeth to escape, and then Elizabeth also escaped from there. She wanted to ritual, so that their punishment be pardoned. We'll see Black Pearl ship on an island. Jack left sea because of Kraken. When Will tries to explore island, some tribes and catches Will. These all follows cannibalism. They all take him to their clan, where you see that Jack is their king. Will says he wanted compass. Me and Elizabeth helped you to escape. That's why Elizabeth is going to be hanged. If you want to save her, then you will need this compass. But after this, Jack says something, and then Will is imprisoned in the cage, where many of Jack's companions are already in the cage. They said that they made Jack the captain. They said there is a Holy Spirit inside Jack who has to be set free, which they will destroy soon. Means they will eat him soon. The tribbles are preparing to kill Jack. Just then a tribal comes and tells that all those who are in the cage are trying to escape. That's why they go out from there to catch them. Jack also runs, and they all end up reaching Black Pearl ship by some sort of technique, and escapes from that island. Jack tells him that Lord Cutler don't wanted my compass, he wanted a treasure. But before that we have to find its key. For that we have meet Tia Dalma. They all reaches where Tia Dalma lives. She is a sorceress, and she also made his compass. Whatever is desired in the mind of a person, this compass tells the direction of that thing. But perhaps Jack did not have that much desire to find that key, so the compass would not have been telling him the direction of that key. Tia Dalma explains that the art you need is a very special art. It contains the heart of Davy Jones. Davy Jones is the first human of the sea. Only Davy Jones has that key. She gives a jar to Jack and said that Davy Jones can't set foot on the ground as long as you keep the ground with you. Until then you will be safe. She also gave location of Dutchman's ship. They reaches at that location. Will saw that ship broken in first sight. Will said I'll go to the ship and find the key anyhow. Jack Sparrow says if you get caught then say that he has sent you to pay off your loan. Now we'll reach that there. Now the actual ship comes up from the bottom of the sea with strange creatures. These people catch Will, and now in front of Will comes the Davy Jones, who is not a human, a strange creature that can talk like a human. Will tells him that Jack sent me to pay off your debt. Davy Jones takes out his telescope and looks towards Black Pearl ship. He saw that Jack is also looking towards him. At the next moment Davy Jones teleport in Black Pearl. which means that there are many elusive powers inside him. That Davy Jones tells Jack Sparrow, according to the promise, now you have to work for me. What was the promise you had 13 years ago today? Your time is over. Jack Sparrow says, my price is very high. Davy Jones says, yes, your price is very high. Your price is equal to 100 people you have already sent me. Well, now give more 99 and after that you will be free. Jack Sparrow said, yes, I am ready for this. Now Davy Jones hold his hand vanishes the black marks by which Kraken could find him anytime. Davy Jones said, you have 3 days. In these 3 days you have to give me more 99 peoples. After this, Jack went on an island with his companions. Here he was trying to fool people and take them to Davy Jones, but he failed. He got only 4. James was also here, who specially came here to catch Jack. When he see Jack, he points a gun at him, but Jack Sparrow friends save him. As Jack Sparrow is getting on his ship, Elizabeth comes from behind. She was living here with new identity. She says, we came here to find you. Tell me, where is he now? He says he is on Dutchman's ship, which is of Davy Jones. If you want to save him, you have to find that ark which contains Davy Jones's heart. And then he uses his intellect and take out his compass, by which they can't find that thing which is most important for them. He gave her that compass to Elizabeth, because will is most dearest to Elizabeth. And to find for she have to find Dead Man's chest, which contains Davy Jones' heart. When Jack puts compass in her hand, instantly compass gave right direction. Now Elizabeth, Jack, James and Jack's friend continues their journey together. Here on Davy Jones's ship, Will meets his father. He is also a slave of Davy Jones. Will says that he came here to get the key of the chest, which contains Davy Jones' heart. His father says that he don't know anything about it. Then a strange figure emerges and says, Davy Jones always keeps the key with him now. They go to another part of the ship and see that slaves of Davy Jones are playing a game. And as the bet, they were putting their years of their life. Will says, I also want to play this game, but against Davy Jones. In the next moment, Davy Jones come here and ask them that what they will in debt. Will says that it will put his whole life in condition, and in return Davy Jones also have to put that key. Davy Jones starts thinking about something, and in next moment he take out the key from his neck. Now the game begins between them. Now Bootstrap Turner also came here, and he also gets involved in this game. When he see that his son is going to lose, he lies about his dice, but Davy Jones understands that lied. That's why he checks his dice and punishes him that now you are on the same ship as slave for your entire life. You will never get freedom. Davy Jones leaves from here, but now will know exactly where is the key, which he had come here in search of at night. Will's father says, you know where is the key. I distract the attention of others, and you go to Davy Jones, who must be sleeping right now, and steal the key. Will do the same. He steals the key and run away. Next morning, he see that there is no key his neck, but a cloth with printed key. He tells his people that we have to go to the island, where is the box inside, which is my heart. Now Davy Jones's ship Dutchman goes in the direction. In the same island, we see Jack and Elizabeth have reached there, and they dig out of the ground and take out the box inside, which contains Davy Jones' heart. Now we'll also reach there. After this, an argument starts between Jack Sparrow, James, and Will for this box. All 3 of them wants that box. James wants this because he wanted to give it to Lord Cutler, so that he could get back in his old life. Will wants this because he wants to free his father from Davy Jones's slavery. Jack Sparrow wants this because so that he could be free man by giving it to Davy Jones and travel freely in the ocean. Fencing fight starts between these 3. They reaches to a church while fighting, and then church's bell starts ringing, and due to bell sound, Davy Jones's slaves reaches there. When Elizabeth and her companions see them, they runs with the chest, but just after a moment the chest falls down due to the tree. All northeast of the slave runs with the chest, but Jack Sparrow saw him and take him down. Now Jack Sparrow runs away taking the chest. Now he take out Davy John northeast, SS hard, and puts it in a jar. Then a slave comes from behind and attacks him. Jack starts fighting with him. Then here many more Davy Jones slaves come, and now they are surrounded from all sides. James says that as long as we have this chest, they will not leave us. Don't wait for me to leave from here, and it starts running away with the chest. Davy, all the slaves of Davy Jones catches James and takes the chest from him. Now James run away, and all slaves leaves taking the chest. Now Jack, Will, and Jack's all companions gets on Black Pearl. Davy Jones's ship came from the sea, but as Black Pearl is the fastest ship on the earth, he leaves Dutchman's ship far behind. Will says if we can leave them behind, we can also fight them. Jack says that if we have this jar which contains Davy Jones' heart, we can make a deal rather than fighting with them. Just then their ship gets a blow and the pitcher breaks. Jack Sparrow see that heart is not in that jar. Will says that Kraken attacked us, which is biggest monster of the ocean. Davy Jones sent him to kill us. Kraken starts attacking on them. Jack escapes with a boat. Now everyone in the ship collects a lot of alcohol and gunpowder inside a jar, so that one day can create a explosion. But the Kraken is constantly attacking them. He was drowning Black Pearl's ship. Jack comes back to the ship, and he shoots at the jar which has gunpowder inside. Now Kraken gets completely wounded. After that, Jack tells everyone where to get out of the ship because he knows Kraken will attack them again. Elizabeth comes to Jack and say thanks for coming back, and tie his hand with handcuff at a pole. Elizabeth know that the black mark had emerged again on Jack's hand, and Kraken just wanted to take Jack's life. They all escapes from there, and now Kraken is now in front of Jack. Rather than running away, Jack take out his sword and gets into the Kraken mouth. Kraken sinks the Black Pearl. Davy Jones was seeing this all from a distance, and now when he opens the chest, he see it's empty. He moans with anger and pain, while on the other hand, on Port Royal, James came to Lord Cutler to give Davy Jones' heart, and says that now you can control him. Whatever you want Davy Jones to do, he will do the same. James gets his job respect back in return. Elizabeth Will and Jack's friends are shown who were with Teodalma. They all were very sad, and says wish we could bring Jack back. Teodalma says that can they go to last part of the earth, in order to get Jack and Black Pearl back. Everyone says yes, and just then Barbossa appears. He was still alive. He says, where's my Black Pearl ship? In post-credit shot, the tribesmen are shown who had caught Jack and their companions. They left their dog behind on the island. And here the movie Pirates of the Caribbean, The Dead Man's Chest ends here. This movie was released in 2006. Its rating on IMDb is 7.3. The movie budget was $220 million and it earned $1.066 billion on box office. Hope you like the story.